is the easiest set of rules to teach. You can understand, you can play 2 frames of this and have pretty good understanding of how to play. Whereas you could watch World Rules for a week and still not understand what people are doing when they're playing a ball into space, and you know, it's a senseless set of rules. I've got nothing against World Rules, by the way, but you know, there's no logic to it. This is logical, it makes sense, and if you had no reference point, if you were like, you know, if you hadn't been watching pool for years and you didn't have black ball rules and you didn't have reds and whites and so on and so forth, it's only because it's different. If there was no reference point, everything would be absolutely normal, because you wouldn't come to this and go, oh, that doesn't make any sense, because it does. I mean, it's just, everything makes logical sense. Anyway, that's my last point on it.
I was going to say, Declan's made a good break there. He's been very unlucky there.
Yeah, he's going to have to pull out a shot here now. He's consider himself a little bit unfortunate there, because now he's got this half ball cut on the right side of the table. That's all he's got. And these balls at the bottom of the table, this little triangle, they've just gone on top of each other a little bit. So even if he can find the line to get to the one to far right, he's not guaranteed to find position on his next ball. So suddenly this has become difficult.
Yeah, he's got to play this with a little bit of side as well to avoid an in-off in the middle, so makes the pot even harder, but he has gone in-off in the middle. Whoa. Didn't see that coming. It's a great pot in the corner, but I expected him to really play that with side, and maybe it just didn't catch off the cushion, but this is a golden opportunity now for Dylan to level up again. That was an uncharacteristic mistake from Declan. I mean, I know he was unlucky with the cannon, but to go in off from the position he was in, I just didn't expect. If he'd potted it, missed it, or you know, ended up out of position, I would have got it, but unfortunately it's a little bit of an error.
Question for you, just from a few of the comments that came here. You talked about being in an affiliated club earlier.
Yes.
As I think Spots and Stripes and Red Hill have become an affiliated club, and then we obviously played an event there recently, didn't we? So do you know if there are any benefits to the clubs for becoming affiliated? Like, do they get discounts on cloths and balls and things like that? Or
So you're speaking to the right man as the affiliate club's manager. So yeah, becoming an affiliate club, it allows you to obtain trade prices on Ultimate Pool products. So that would be including the balls, the tables, the cloths, anything retail, so cues, chalks, things like that. That would be within £1,000 spend.
Yeah.
Obviously, take into account, obviously, when you buy the cloths and you buy the tables and things like that, you'll probably reach that £1,000 pretty quickly anyway. So obviously we look towards kind of those bulk orders. Obviously, secondly to that, obviously the events, there is a larger calendar coming out next year. There's going to be a lot more pro-ams, challenger events, individual women's events. All of this is being added to the calendar on top of what you already see this year. So with that in mind, there'll be a lot more events and qualifiers. So all the clubs that are affiliated with us will get notifications of those events that are coming up, and whether they would like to host them or like to put in a bid to host them. And then we would get in contact with them to be able to get that sorted out. There's an affiliate club's website that's in the process of being made, so clubs or people looking to play pool will be able to go onto the affiliate club's website, find out obviously where their nearest venue is and be able to go there. So it's good advertisement for you guys as well.
I'm just going to cut in quickly, Luke. Declan's going to have to play a shot here. He's landed close to the cushion. He can't play the one to bottom left, you feel, because how do you get the cue ball back up? So he has to take this one at the top. Can't get the side he wants onto it, so he's having to dig down on the shot, which makes it a lot more difficult.
Yeah, has to judge this. I'll tell you what.
That's beautiful. Oh, he couldn't have played that any better. That's fabulous.
Dylan's got a really nice kind of cue arm for something like that, because the way he goes through the ball is quite short, and then he's able to really grip it as he goes through it. So shots like that are a little bit more down Dylan's locker than some other people's lockers.
Just needs to be careful here, though.
Oh, he's playing the cannon.
he played the cannon because, I mean, he could have come higher the ball, but the problem coming higher the ball, the middle pocket is then in play. So he elected the cannon, and it was always going to be dangerous because I don't think this passes.
He's cutting this in the middle.
Yeah, he's cutting it to middle.
White ball's going to go flying here, by the way. Oh, I tell you what, he's played it with some control. That's a great shot.
That's really good. And that's such a great reply after Brennan's just put 3 on the board. That really is a fabulous reply from Dylan Leary. And someone mentioned earlier in the chat, we mentioned it earlier today, that he won a big event last weekend and he's going to be walking on air after that event. You know that his confidence is going to be up. I saw him last night and he was still absolutely buzzing. He said that he drove home that night, he got back at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then he had a lesson from 10 till 1. He had booked in a lesson with somebody for 3 hours, so he didn't get to bed till sometime the following afternoon, but he said he never felt tired because he was just still working on adrenaline. What a buzz.
Obviously just reading some of the things in regards to the affiliate clubs here as well. Yeah, obviously your discounts are part of them, the qualifiers are another part. On top of that, you do get opportunities to be part of exclusive events. We have got an affiliate clubs event going on this weekend actually at the Pro Series, so there's all these little perks and benefits, and as things get progressed further down the line, there will be more opportunities for you guys as well. It's an effort that Mark's put together to be able to get us closer to you guys in the community, to be able to help you out more locally. Ultimate Pool Coaching is involved in that as well, so players that are coaches, you can become affiliated with certain clubs as well if you're local and nearby, and then that means it gives an opportunity for players that are looking to get into pool to be able to come into your clubs and learn with their local affiliated coaches. So all of this kind of pieces together. County players at the moment, obviously the county is still run under EPA, so obviously we work alongside EPA and we try and support that as much as possible. We don't have as much jurisdiction over that, so that would be more an EPA choice, but obviously if they want us to support in the future, I'm sure we would be able to. In regards to county sides of things, obviously we do have the county shootout at the moment as a promotional thing, but I'm sure there are more ways that we can get closer to the grassroots in that regard as well. So obviously any questions in regards to affiliate clubs or anything like that, clubs@ultimatepoolgroup.com is the place to go. I myself man that alongside a couple of other people that work for Ultimate Pool behind the scenes, and we'd be more than happy to help you out.
Okay, so Leary here on the break, working on the reds, but it's all about the cue ball here. He needs to keep really close control over this cue ball. The next shot is going to tell us a lot about this frame. If he gets it right, he could unlock it. It needs a rub. He's not quite got there. He's just tried to come slightly to the right of that. Ironically, just a touch more pace, and he would have been on that red.
I don't know if he's too bad. I wonder if he can screw up to somewhere near the right-hand side bulk line and play on the red of the middle of the free at the top end of the table into left middle, and then play the one into the bottom right. He's looked up to me though. I wonder if he's going for a cannon.
No, I think he's going to land it.
He has landed it as well. It's a great shot.
So you can play this and then just float the cue ball across into the yellow that's just to the left of this one. He can leave himself on the red that's just above into the same pocket. Lovely.
Yeah, it's nice from Dylan.
Use the side cushion here, spin the cue ball up into the bulk area. Play Raker left. Don't try and get too cute with that. I thought he could have just played that. I think the angle was just a bit more than I than anticipated, but this should be easy enough. He played one like this earlier and overhit it by a margin, so literally just float this in. You've got so much margin of error to play with. You get past the yellow and you're on the 8. So it's pretty much just over dead weight.
Yeah, I was going to say, oh, Dylan.
Do you know what? He's off the pot.
Yeah, just trying to play it with side.
He's left deck the perfect angle to get the bad yellow out as well.
Do you know what it is? The last time Dylan played one of those shots, he snookered himself, didn't he, on the 8 ball? And I think he's just put so much focus on the cue ball this time that he's forgotten about the pot. And this is a big moment in Declan Brennan's weekend. It's a massive moment, because if he can get 7-6 and get over the line, then he will have survived a massive scare in this. Because if Dylan goes 7-6, I back him to dish the decider at the moment. I really do.
Yeah. Or maybe he doesn't have the angle. I thought the one on the bulk line gave him the perfect angle to... He's come back to pretty much the same place. Maybe this is slightly more natural.
I think he's gonna top off the top cushion and then go into the yellow, isn't he?
Absolutely.
That'll be the shot. This is a big shot. Oh, I'll tell you what, he's nailed it. He's absolutely nailed it. Brilliant shot. And you can see Declan taking his time here. He knows this is a big moment in the match.
Yeah, he's got the break in the next as well, which is massive. That was a huge miss from Leary. That red staying up.
Yeah, because Dylan's just missed 1 or 2 in this match. He hasn't missed a lot, but he's just missed enough that he's brought Dylan back into the game. So it's a big, big moment for Declan Brennan.
You know, you come back to that shot that Leary's missed. I mean, that ball's hanging. We talk about the pockets being huge. That didn't drop.
Yeah. But this is the thing, they will get tighter as the weekend goes. You know, we'll probably come back in, and tomorrow night the pockets will be a bit tighter and players will start missing a couple more. But massive frame for Declan now, and he's got a break to win it. Just reading Get Refurb's comment, obviously just about it being very attacking the game. Don't get me wrong, international rules is a bit more attacking than Black Ball World Rules. You know, it is built for players to be able to watch it, to be able to kind of quickly learn it, and then also be able to replicate it and keep it flowing and keep people entertained with it. But there is a very tactical side to it. Even if we just go back to our earlier game that we watched today, Nick, Eddie Barker and Brian Halkrow, those two are brilliant at the tactical game of international rules, and I really would suggest that if you want to see that, flick back to this afternoon's session and just have a look at that game, because there are really two sides to this game. Declan Brennan, you're going to watch Declan Brennan dish after dish after dish, and that's because Declan has just got a next level know-how of how to open up balls and create finishes from nothing. But tactical play is still a very, very big part of international rules, and definitely have a look.
Big break here from Brennan, but problems there to unlock. And I think you have to take yellows here. The simple fact that this yellow is behind the 8 ball. If you take reds, then you have to move the 8.
Do you know what? I almost liked taking the yellow above the red and the yellow to start, and just playing that shot early and almost doing a Tom Cousins and just opening it straight up. But he might go for it with this shot now that he's got the angle here. I wonder. I think he was trying to play a double with that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But I don't think that's that bad.
I don't think he's got the angle personally. I think he misses. I mean, he may be able to flick the yellow, but I'm not sure he can get enough into it to get it out.
I think he can.
Maybe. We'll see now. Nope. That was my thought, that he was just going to flick it and not give it enough to be able to get it right out. And that's a real problem now. That is a real problem. You've got this yellow closest to the left middle pocket, but the red's in the line of where you'd want to go. I'm going to make one more point about the rules. So this rule set is very attacking. It can be tactical, but the lovely thing about the tactical side of this game is it's very much like a game of chess, in that when you're on the defense, there's an attacking element to it. You're always looking to advance your pieces. Whereas world rules, you can just be absolutely negative and have a total negative mindset. It's very, very different with this rule. These rules force you into being aggressive, even when you're being defensive. Because you're being defensive, you can't just put a ball over a pocket. You have to think, well, if I do that, what's the tactic behind it?
It's a lot more promotional. That's the word that I would say, in terms of the fact that you're playing safe, but you're promoting something in the frame. That's that attacking element, and I do completely get what you mean. It is a lot more attacking, but as I say, there's still that tactical element in there as well. We don't want to lose that. We've still had frames in this. I think back to Callum Singleton against Sean Story. Sean's obviously just lost on table 1, but those two played a match. I think one of the frames took nearly an hour or over an hour to complete. So
really key passage coming here, and a really key shot there from Leary. So unlucky. He's tried to come cushion first and just bump the 8 ball out. To land in behind that yellow is horrible. But I mean, what do you do from here? What do you do from here?
I think double the red and put it towards the pocket. I think that's the only thing. That's
exactly what I was thinking. I think you've got to back double the red and get some cover in across the yellow. You don't want it over the pocket, but put some cover in so the 8 ball or the yellow doesn't go. Just get it in the mix. He agrees, needs it to travel, and it's not.
But he hasn't given Declan an angle on the yellows, which is the kind of slight benefit. Problem Declan's got is this: Dylan having this red over the top right pocket means that if he leaves the white in particular places, Dylan's just going to be able to bump it out, which is why he's just going to tap it slightly more off the cushion.
Very intriguing now, I think. I mean, Leary, does he try and push this red across as he tried to in the previous shot, or is he?
Does Dylan maybe look to play
quite he's looking at a loss of turn?
Yeah, a long loss of turn and pushing the white through.
Yep. Yeah, he's looking at red onto yellow, which is a very difficult plan, and he needs to get the cue ball down as well. This is a big shot. It's a big shot to take on as well. If he gets it right, it could open up the frame for him, but if he gets it wrong, it's match over. Oh!
Declan's got a shot here now. Well, I think he's got a shot here. I don't know how thin the yellow is in the middle, but if he can cut it, then he can attack the red.
That's the pocket. I don't like that. I think it's too thin personally.
Yeah, it's on that borderline, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's that thin that I'm not even sure he goes into the red. He's looking at the lower one of the two.
Well, can he pot it and then give himself that angle? It's a tough pot in the middle. Yeah, it was a tough pot in the middle. You see, he was trying to get there, but the worst part is he's just put that yellow back in that group, and that gives Dylan a slight advantage.
Surely lost a turn here.
Has he got enough for the loss of turn? Because that yellow's just slightly to the right of the pocket.
Would have to be a cannon. Just glance the red on the way through, and yeah, that's what he's looking at.
Dylan's worried about that, because if he plays that shot and just catches the red slightly too much, he's going to leave Declan the one down the line.
Or do you cut the red across and put it on the cushion? So you just put another ball in the in the mix that you can use for loss of turn later on.
Potentially, but then if you do that and knock any of the balls, you might leave the 2-ball plant for deck.
He's going for the cannon.
It's good. Can Declan get a loss of turn back?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's left it.
But then again, if he plays the loss of turn, he's going to give Dylan the shot with a red over the top right.
Yeah.
So
it's a clever shot, and this is why, you know, people talk about a loss of turn and say, oh, it's not a good shot. But I think it makes it fascinating. I genuinely do think it makes it fascinating because it opens up a whole different dynamic.
There's a really strong tactical element to international rules that you're seeing here in quite a strong form. Dylan Leary's a very good tactical player in his own right. Declan's just going to slide off of this and leave the white towards the bottom left. He just wanted to make sure he didn't leave Dylan that cannon option at the top of the table.
Has he left the cannon plant here? Could he play the cannon on the nearest red of the two, onto the yellow, cue ball onto the yellow to play the plant?
I think it's just a bit off angle.
Yeah, probably unnecessary, probably too dangerous. Desperately doesn't want to move that red at the top of the table because that's his ball to attack.
I wonder if he can just kill the white over there. Wow! Oh my God! How has he managed that?
That was so clever. That was so clever and so unlucky.
How on earth has he found that gap?
I mean, he's just looking now. How have I gone through that gap? Any contact on that yellow pushes the red towards the pocket. That was an unbelievable shot.
I mean, that must be a ball's width. That's mental.
What a brilliant attempt.
It's genius. I mean, it's a genius pot. He's going to move the red here. Can he just kill the white and just stick it towards the two yellows? It's a good shot from Dylan. It's a very good shot from Dylan.
I think there's a loss of turn.
There is a loss of turn, but he's
yellow onto red and park him in behind the 8-ball. Dylan's in all kinds of trouble.
Oh, actually, that's a very thin line. Would Declan risk it?
I think he's going to play it.
I think potting the yellow off the red, I think he's just going slightly the wrong angle. He's going to play it. Oh, that's not what he wanted. He wanted to try and leave him hampered.
Absolutely not what he wanted.
He has still covered the 8-ball, which is a very small saviour, but he wanted to try and leave him almost Chinese, I think. He was trying to push the white onto the yellow, which is so tough to judge. Still not easy for Dylan here. This is a cutback and he has got to try and judge the white.
I don't think he can hold it. I think he's got to play a cannon onto the yellows at the top of the table.
I think he can. Yeah, he could hold it.
Oh, he could.
Oh,
he's held it too well.
Much?
No, surely not.
No, he's fine.
If there was any side on that, if there was any spin on that ball, it spins in behind the yellow. So, one big shot to play, and I think he has to try and land it. You can't risk trying to move anything here. I think the line you take is bottom cushion, and then maybe even you could cannon the yellow. You'd leave the 8-ball. At worst, you'd leave it to top left, or you'd leave it to middle. I think that's your line. You screw across the side cushion, then down onto the yellow. Be unlucky not to have anything. That's the shot. That's the shot. Well, he's got a shot. It could have been much better.
I was going to say, how do you like these to level up at 7-0?
This could have been so much easier. Now do you play it dead weight, knowing that if you miss, it's over the pocket, and you've taken away one of the pockets for deck, and you make it much more difficult, or you just go all out for the pot?
If you're gonna,
you've got to go all out.
I think you've got to go all out top
Have
right.
to.
Yeah, because if you try and just die it in, then it's not necessarily going to stay over the pocket. If you miss it, that's a problem. He's got it. He's got it.
What a shot! What a shot! That's ballsy. What a great clearance. Hill. We've seen so many Hill games today. Should I say we've seen so many Hill scorelines. We've not seen a Hill game on this table yet. And what a fascinating game this has been. You've never been able to call a winner all the way through. Brennan 3-0 up. Then Leary wins 5 on the bounce to go up. Then Brennan wins 3 to go in the lead. And then it's just been nip and tuck since. And we're locked at 7 each. No danger of a 6-red shootout on this table. We are playing to a conclusion. Dylan Leary will break in the decider. So Dylan played a massive decider at 20 each last weekend and came up on the fortunate side of his opponent getting a dry break and took out a really, really ballsy clearance in that decider.
And now he's got to do it all over again.
I don't know how he did it last weekend, actually, because he was 19-14 up and then was 20-19 down and managed to win the last 2 somehow. I don't know how you drag yourself off the floor at that point, but it shows how big his kahuna. I sent him a message the following day and I'm like, you got some big kahunas on you. And here we go again. He's got to do it again. So players have stepped away just for a moment. This is what's happening.
The way that she's played this, I think she's going to be taking this to the top right, potentially screwing into the face of the yellow to try and push it over to that left-hand side pocket. She was able to just roll into it. That's a good shot. It depends what angle she's got here. I think she's just looking at accepting what she has, which I'm a fan of, and taking this to the bottom left. And this will settle her at the beginning of the match, this going in. It's there.
Beautiful 8 ball and takes the opening frame. Do you think it's probably a difficult question for me to ask, although I know you're obviously good friends with a lot of the players, including Amy, but the last time that she played on the TV table, she didn't play very well and ended up losing a match to you. It was a strange one, actually, in terms of just the way it sort of, you were controlling it until the end and she kind of almost got away with it, but it wasn't a good performance from her. Do you think that will stay with her? I mean, it's a little while ago now, but it was quite a jarring performance, really.
Yeah, no, I don't think it will. I think the chance is to kind of I don't know if you saw, she's quite active on socials and she put a video out and just kind of said we'll move on. I do believe that from her. She will have been back to the practice table and that will not be in her mind, I'm sure. But I know that she was very annoyed with herself with that performance. Thankfully for me.
Yeah, well, it wasn't all on her playing poorly. You played especially.
So we move back across to table 2. And, Dick Brennan is just away for a bathroom break. Dylan Leary is in the arena and ready to go.
Here we go then. Dylan on that trusty cut break. 7 each for the win.
It's been working well for him. Needs one more.
Oh, I tell you what, has he made a ball? Oh, my
surely
word.
something drops.
How's nothing gone? How have the two yellows stayed up on the table? Declan Brennan.
Well, he couldn't have got any closer to potting a ball and not potting it. I mean, that's incredible.
That's
Look at that.
Mental.
Two balls heading towards their respective pockets. You felt one of them had to drop.
Declan's got a little bit of work. The issue that he's got is this yellow towards the bottom right-hand corner doesn't pass. So that's going to be his shot to win the match.
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem. He's got the plant yellow onto yellow. Obviously not at this shot. He has to come back for it. But if he can land the right angle, he plays the plant and just nudges that yellow out. And then if he hits it full ball, he's got the one that's next to it into the middle. I think this is a dot to dot.
Oh my!
I was just about to say, I think this is a dot to dot finish. I think he's knuckled himself. He's not on the ball at the top of the table. He's on the one to middle.
How on earth has that white stayed out?
That's a D-cell. That's all that is. He quit on the shot. And that's what happens when you quit on the shot. The cue ball just flops. Loses the momentum. That was supposed to be a stun shot, and he has knuckled himself, so he's going to have to come back for that yellow at the top of the table. This suddenly becomes a lot more difficult because he's got to come back up there now. He collides with the red, and that is no good. He's got the wrong angle. He's trying to get the cue ball high so he could just stun down table. Now he has to play this with draw. If he plays it naturally, he flicks the red on the way out, so he's got to play it with draw, which changes the line he plays along. Top cushion, side cushion out. He gets out.
Has he got a gap? It's not great, it's not bad. What would help him potentially is if this yellow he's closest to goes up into the top left.
No, I don't think he needs to, you know. I think, can he play the one into mid, drop the one into middle, and the one that's to the left of it, play it off the red? Open the pocket.
He's not seeing it that way.
Or is he? He might be playing this and coming above. There's another one he's quit on, I think.
No, he's tried to play for the one over the middle pocket.
Yeah, he's looking at spinning the cue ball down and landing on this yellow now.
This is a horrible shot at 7 each.
Yeah. So he needs to play this with bottom and right spin, and don't hit it too hard, basically. If you go too far, you're in trouble. If you don't hit it hard enough, or I mean, he didn't. Again, it was another one of those. He didn't really commit to it. He didn't give it a chance with the spin. Didn't get the spin on it because he was too worried about spinning straight down the cushion. So it was a bit betwixt and between. He's in no man's land now. I still think the shot I talked about was on. If he played the ball that he took a second ago to middle, lands above the red that's below the 8 ball now, plays it off the reds, he opens up the pocket for this ball.
Yeah, I do see it.
But I don't think he ever looked at it. He's going to have to pull something out of the bag here. Do you go cushion first? You take the chance, don't you? You have to. Cushion first.
This is a massive shot in the context of the weekend.
Get it, you win the match. Miss it, and you lose the match.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's absolutely livid with himself. I mean, who can blame him?
The mathematics were that simple. If you get that shot, you win the match. If you don't get it, you lose the match, because I don't see how Dylan Leary doesn't get out here. I'm not saying this is a formality by any stretch of the imagination, but I really do fancy him. After all that's gone, I think he gets these.
A couple of lads in the comments really fancied him as well to win this, even at 7-6 down, so it's a great shout by you guys if he is to get over the line.
He's buzzing, isn't he? He's flying. He's flying after last weekend. He's walking on air. There's not a man in this room with more confidence than him at the moment. He just walked away with 18 grand last weekend.
Yeah, he's not done too badly, has he, in the past week as Dylan?
I doubt there's a man with more confidence in the room. He's had to slow down.
Oh, this isn't the best shot, though.
He's had to slow down. Oh, he's hampered. That's horrible.
It's probably in the worst place you could. And the problem is that the ball that you can see to pot, it's a long stretch as well.
That
Okay,
stinks.
and the worst part is the angle that it's going on as well. He's actually got to play a positional shot off of this as well.
Stinks. Absolutely stinks. I thought this was done. Now I'm not so sure.
Yeah, this is
What brilliant drama, though.
step ladder time.
I mean,
All he's got to do is pot the ball, though, and just get out into the table.
this frame.
White ball.
Oh
My God.
He's plumb. He's absolutely plumb. He is absolutely plumb. I think if you gave Dylan the cue ball and said put it anywhere on the table, it wouldn't be too far away from here because he's got dot to dot now. I mean, this couldn't be a simple final frame, could it? It had to have some drama. This match has really given us
Look,
everything.
Dylan's just taken us on the scenic route. It's fine.
Match of the day for me.
Yeah, it's been brilliant drama from start to finish. He has still got to play one more shot here, though.
Yeah, he's out. He's out already. He's dead straight on the.
You said this before, Nick. I'm not having it.
He's. If he wants to take, I mean, I know what you're talking about. The ball that he's straight onto bottom right now. I mean, he could take it now if he wanted and screw straight back. He won't because it'll be his last ball. And if he lands where he is now, he can't fail. I mean, you just drag this in, leave yourself a nice angle, so it's a natural, like that, natural. Drop this in dead weight. He has missed one that's similar to this, though.
Here we go. See, look, there's the element of doubt. Said it from the start.
Just drop this in dead weight, though. Cue ball does the own work. I say leave the natural angle. He's actually come back 2 inches too far for the natural angle. He just needed to be a couple of inches higher. He could have dropped this in and the cue ball just tracks down. He just needs to think about the pace here because he could overrun this. And now so much so that he's looking at coming below the red.
Yeah, see,
So that was just a little bit clumsy, that previous shot. Just overhit it by probably 2-3 inches. But you can understand why. There's a little bit of tension in that back arm, and you can totally understand why he's taking his time over this. Just settling himself.
is he playing it with running side now?
No.
No, he's playing safe.
That's unbelievable. Now, we saw this earlier. What was the match? We saw this earlier where someone turned
Jimmy
down and finished.
Croxton, wasn't it?
Jimmy
Jimmy
Croxton
Croxton.
match. Where they turned down and finished near the end, and Jimmy flicked the 8 ball from it.
Declan could go 2 cushions here and potentially either pot this yellow or knock it in off the 8.
That's a brave shot to play.
But what else have you got? There you go. You see.
No, I mean,
great.
I mean the shot that Dylan played. I mean, that's a brave moment because you're in control of the table. I mean, that takes a lot to not go for it there. I think 95% of these players go for it there.
Oh, I tell you what, has he got away with it? He has got away with it.
Wow.
I mean, Dylan could still get there, but this is a lot harder than it was just a minute ago for him.
I mean,
If you're a Dylan Leary or a Declan Brennan fan right now, you are sweating out the eyeballs.
if this is a dead set plan, then he has to find a shot. If it's not, I think it's as simple as bumping the red out and leaving Deck on the top cushion, just welded under that top cushion, and say, there you go. If you fancy taking him on, take him on. But or you could even, you could glance off the, he's looking at glancing off the red,
I like that shot.
leaving the cue ball, and that takes away the option of the plan. And what it also does.
Right, did he go for a double?
No.
I think he went for a half-hearted double there. Just to
Yeah, maybe.
That's why the white's not close to the corner, but
I think that was the right shot. 'Cause it takes away the plan.
I think, yeah. I mean, he can still make it, but it's a horrible plant, and you're focusing on the cue ball.
Yeah,
as
and
well.
where does the yellow go after? I mean, this is low
Mind you,
percentage.
I don't think Declan's got much of a choice there. I think he's just got to go for it. If he pulls it off, it's shot of the tournament. CNI in it there.
John Anthony says easy straight red ignored. I'd love to see easy straight red, because there was no easy straight red there. I mean, he had a half ball red down to bottom right, and he had to come twice across the table and land absolutely.
It's close. It's close. The white ball's going to.
He played that.
He's got the hamper.
He played that. He played it in such a way where he was going to get the cue ball down the bottom of the table. That was really clever the way he played that. Now, where that yellow's come to light, Dylan surely has to take this on.
This is proper cat and mouse stuff, because Dylan's probably going to take this red on now in a way that doesn't leave the easy yellow.
Is there anywhere that doesn't leave the easy yellow? This yellow's hanging over the pocket.
Somewhere up towards the top right.
And it still cuts in. I think that yellow's about an inch off the cushion. But even so, I think this is a harder chance than Dylan had in the last frame.
Well, he can get his hand down though, so he's not as pampered as I thought he was, so he can cue this. He's played it dead weight. And he's missed it dead weight.
And this is what I mean. If you think about the finish he turned down, when he had the ball along the top cushion, to come down below the red, to finish the game, to kill it off, that he turned down, he's forced into taking harder chances now than that chance was. And sometimes that's what it's about. You throw the dice thinking you're going to get a better chance. What if one doesn't come along?
Declan doesn't think this one over the pocket goes, so he's taking the long one. This is what I thought. Dylan was always going to play towards that corner, knowing he couldn't leave the one over the pocket. So this is a horrible pot for Declan, but he's made it.
Monster.
And now he needs one brilliant positional shot to land himself on the 8 ball and to get himself out of jail, because he had absolutely no right to win this frame.
He needs to power this.
This is 2 cushions screw with a lot of side, I think, is it not?
I think he may just be able to go one and straight up the table. Yeah, he could.
Wow.
He could.
Massive.
So, Leary's going to watch this match back and say, do you know what, I should have gone for that. I mean, hindsight's 20/20 and all that kind of stuff, but sometimes when you've got that chance, you have to take it. And do you know what, I would have backed Dylan to get that clearance. If he'd have tackled that ball, which wasn't a difficult one along the top cushion, then I fancied him to get out from there. But them's the breaks. Deck Brennan somehow manages to navigate that match. What a great game that was.
And he is still in the hunt to be world #1, and we will be back with the women's series in just a second.
After those balls. proud of that tonight. I'm fine, as you. The bikes on the actual shop block ain't exactly massive now. On about my exactly ain't massive, so I will take the ring, slide down through one all right.
Oh, you've not played it? I played it, yeah. I was like, wait, you
Your bottles of water are on the way.
Thank you.
So basically now your personal lacquer's drunk. Take your pick, which one you want?
Thank you. I don't really go for the build. I don't go, I do, but I like to go to music. That's why I didn't have to do it or anything, just going over with romance and just gonna watch, but enjoy it before I get married next year and I can't go to all these things.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here with the Women's Pro Series 7. And this is all of their first rounds happening tonight. On table 1, you have Vicky Lomax versus Amy Beecham for company, with Simon Webb and Megan Proctor commentating along. So, if you're interested in tables 1, 2, 3 or 4, you can subscribe via Ultimate Pool to the membership chain, or you can sign up via the Ultimate Pool app. If you're staying with us on YouTube, then you're going to be watching two brilliant players in Ashley Dinsmore and Mary Talbot. Mary really kind of made strides on Ultimate Pool last year, moving over from women's snooker. Since then, she has picked up a trophy in the British Open, and she has been extremely consistent all year. Hasn't lost a single first round, so she has always progressed to the last 16 or further, her best run being a semi-final so far this year. Ashley Dinsmore hasn't quite had the same impact on the Women's Pro Series so far, but she has been a massive feature for Northern Ireland for their international team for many years, and is now their captain. Took them to glory in Ennis as well, so shows what a true captain Ashley is and what a player she is as well. She misses the first opportunity, so it's going to be Mary Talbot into bat. Mary's based down in and around the Sussex area, plays a lot in spots and stripes. Practicing with the likes of Michael Hope. You're only going to learn a lot from the likes of just got a little bit trapped there with the white ball. Didn't have a lot of angle, so she tried to force one.
First opportunity out in the main arena for both of these players, and indeed their first matches of the weekend as they get underway with the last 32 of the Women's Pro Series. Going to see lots more action from all sections of the competition across the weekend. Still 2 more complete days of play to come. A lot of ball being played already. 88 tables in operation around the venue.
Yeah, and it's all about the women's tonight as well, isn't it, Mark? We've got obviously the challenges going on in the other arena at the moment, and then you've got all of the women's pros taking part tonight. Just want to ask you, Mark, obviously we have a lot of players now, don't we, that go off and do the Chinese events, go off and do Hable. Mary is one of the new players that started to go off and do those events, as has Amy, ironically, on the other table as well. Just how tough do you think it is, obviously, for the players to be able to transition between the sports, especially in a queuing capacity? Because maybe shots like Amy had at the start, maybe you would tend to maybe over queue it or under queue it. Just those fine differences.
Yeah, I actually think it's quite difficult. I think it's the swapping queues. Most players are going to play with a bigger queue tip for hay ball, so you're going to have to switch queues. I always found switching between 8 ball and 9 ball, that was the biggest thing. I actually found I was having more luck when I was just committing to one queue, which was kind of the average of the two. The adjustments feel like they should be quite minor, but I think it's just little timing things at the top level. It's not so much whether you're hitting the ball straight, but it's just that little bit of extra judgment on the pace of a shot, the amount of spin you're applying. I mean, it's difficult because obviously all players are trying to make a living out of this, and particularly in the ladies game there aren't always as many events and not as many at the top level, so it's not surprising to see people play whatever is available.
Mary just overhit that last positional shot to land on the 8 ball, just slightly over queued it, and probably just grasping the pace of the table. These tables are playing very quick this weekend because of that, just missed the 8 ball. So opportunity for Ashley is a bit of a reprieve.
Both of these two very good queuists. We've seen Mary already, even though less experienced on the pool table than some, just such a good queuist. Has been able to overcome so much of that, and as she gains in experience, it's only going to get better.
I think one thing that's actually really helped Mary this year, and it's something that goes a bit unwritten in the grand scheme of things, is actually Mary kind of putting herself out there to the public in terms of doing her social media stuff. Because sometimes with players, they don't want to get behind the camera. You know, we have it in commentary where sometimes players are a bit fearful to come in and do the comms because they don't know what to say, how they're going to come across, aren't used to kind of being in that kind of television highlight. But doing social media, especially for players like Mary, like Amy, like Danielle as well, and Becky Watkins also, it seems to just make them seem to play more naturally under the TV lights.
Yeah, I think it just kind of takes that fear away, doesn't it? I mean, in a way, it's a sort of misguided fear because they're top players, so of course their opinion's going to be valid, and they've obviously worked hard to get to the point that they've got to, so people are going to be interested. But it maybe just gives them that reassurance when you start to get some engagement. It's also just about spending more time engaged in the game. Sometimes it can end up being a part-time pursuit where you're trying to do other work. Spending more time thinking about aspects of pool, whether it's talking about it or playing it, just get fully immersed. Actually, just coming around to see, she was hoping she'd be able to get through to the yellow that was closest to the pocket, but I don't think she can see enough of that, which is why she's having to reroute.
Ashley's a very attacking player. She could have potentially played the snooker there, but opted to go for something more attacking. She has unfortunately left Amy this 8 ball for the first frame.
Yeah, I mean, easy to be wise after the event, but that did seem quite a low percentage shot. I mean, if she couldn't see the full potting angle of the ball bottom left, she could have played quite a good snooker off the one to the left behind the one to the right of the two balls together. Anyway, that's in the past now. First frame goes the way of Mary Talbot. First to 7 this match, so a long way to go. Playing with a 45-second shot clock, but no match clock, so we know we're going to go all the way to 7.
Yeah, the other thing is that Mary's she's obviously while she's only been around on pool for a couple of years, Mary's been around for a